years, and I was offered over seven figures for sponsorships for Vader company.
Hey, and we're recording, and I'm not going to edit this. I'm just gonna see where it goes. So this is it's gonna be one of those that's like candid as hell, and we'll see what happens. But this is a very surreal moment for me. I know you clicked on this video because of the title, and it is not clickbait. I will explain everything. This is for my core audience. I'm sure there are people that don't like me that will be watching this as well. Welcome. This is for you too. Um, where do I really begin? I didn't really formulate my words before I clicked record, but anyways, we're pretty much ready to go for the fan film. Like we're zeroing in, we're making very fast progress. I'm throwing so much money at this thing. And along the way, there have been so many hurdles that would have made I feel like 99% of people give up. From the wrong teams to losing tens and tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars to personal life stuff that we all go through to let's just say making someone like over 150 grand that they owed me, and then they took it, filed for bankruptcy, pieced out. Which led me to have to sell my dream car to start up my beautiful company that I am so passionate about, Theory Savers, which has been an absolute dream. And very excited to see where it goes, because we have so many plans for it. We just got a warehouse, by the way, so excited to show that. But in the next week, you guys are going to see the first teaser trailer for Vader. And this has been a long thing in the making, and this has been something I've through true grit, pushed myself to make happen and not be one of those, YouTubers that just like promises something and then just never delivers. So, hate me or love me, at least there's that dignity there, which I think stands for a lot, because a lot of people don't have that. So, yeah, this teaser trailer is going to be pretty wild. It's going to show you guys exactly what we've been doing, little pieces of it, and it's going to leave you wanting a lot more. But at least it'll be the very first snapshot of what I think will be the biggest fan film in the world, just in terms of quality, fidelity, how one person funded this whole thing. Nobody is stupid enough to spend over $1 million on a fan film that they can't monetize and they can't crowdfund, while running and starting up another company, and doing the volume that we do and doing the things that we've been doing with it, and expanding as fast as we've been expanding with that. I'm like a master juggler at this point. Stressful. But that's life. If you don't put coal under stress, it doesn't turn into a diamond. So hard work is the name of the game. And I feel like we are very close to showing the world what is possible with perseverance, passion, love for Star Wars, for George Lucas, respect, and loyalty can create. And a little creativity and vision. The first one, I feel like, was a lot of exposition. And I know you're here for the title, and we're going to get to that. It's a good little story. The first one was exposition to kind of lead you to the second one. I wanted to start with the second one, but I felt it's probably best that we do a little exposition. It took 6-7 years later, and a lot of setbacks, but here we are. We're almost there. And what I'm about to show you guys, what me and the team are about to show everybody in the world, something we're really proud of, and something I think that even Lucasfilm will get a kick out of. I think they'll, regardless of their varying views of me and my candid remarks about Star Wars today, I think they'll really appreciate this. I think every child, woman, and man of any age who has ever come across Star Wars of any facet will appreciate this and be able to connect with all of the characters that I've created, that I've embellished from George Lucas, and taken a lot of inspiration from. I just kind of like made my own little fan fiction for years now. And it's all leading to the final point, which is the third one, which is where the real emotion and magic and character arc is built and broken and put back together and destroyed, and it'll leave a lot of people in tears. It'll be a very emotional roller coaster. But to get to that, we have to have the first one and the second episode, which is coming. So I'm very excited. I'm very thankful to you guys, and I need you now more than ever. There's so much money going out right now that we need all the support that we can get. So whether it's just watching videos or the sabers, whether it's just $70 saber or a $1,000 saber or the merch that we're dropping, we need it all. 99-cent join members. I got my hat out at this point. We're close, and it is getting more and more expensive. The budget is continuously growing, and there are new things that we're doing to it that's just making it better and better. And that's how projects go. That's how everything goes, right? You start kind of small with a little idea, and then it's like, well, what if we do this? What if we do that? What if we add this? And before you know it, it's a massive thing. So I need you guys. Now's the time. That being said, I think you'll all really appreciate it. I think you'll all be really inspired by it. You'll feel something, something that you haven't felt in a really long time. And I'm excited to share that with you. I will be holding a movie premiere, free, no tickets purchased, nothing. You just show up and wait in line. The Star Wars community has been there for me my whole life. And it wasn't like it is today. And what I do is for what it used to be and what it could be still. But enough about that. Let's get on to the title of the video. So I'm going to play a piece from the panel that I had at Cleveland, at Fan Expo Cleveland, where someone asked about the fan film, and I explained how there have been several companies in the past that have offered me millions of dollars because, they saw it's one thing to have views. It's another thing to have a loyal fan base that's passionate. And let me just say that the Star Wars theory community, there's Star Wars community, but the Star Wars theory community is so loyal and powerful. I mean, you guys move mountains, and I am indebted to you. And all of everything that I'm about to show you, I'm about to release, with the movies, the projects, the animations, the videos, the standing up for Star Wars respectfully, and sabers, I'm doing for the community and for what I believe is right. And I'm, learning every day. So, when you have a passionate community like that, people will pay top dollar to advertise their products. And I get massive brand deal offers daily, weekly, monthly, all of which I say no to unless I actually use the product, unless I actually believe in the product. So, that being said, hope you enjoy this little bit of information. Do with it what you will. And you can take one thing away from everything is that no matter how many setbacks you get in life, no matter how impossible like it seems to bounce back, I want you to realize that everything is literally one day at a time, one moment at a time, one breath at a time. And when I say like I was in deep shit, you just take it one day at a time and you bounce back. Like a warrior, you have to. There is no other option. Live or die. And I know life's not easy for a lot of people. Just keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting. Because shit, you might just get that Vader episode 2 done, which is where we're at. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of where we are. Very proud of how hard everyone has worked. Very proud of myself, and I'm very proud of my boys on the Theory Sabers team. It's been amazing. And I'm very excited to show you guys the new warehouse that we just got. You never know what's on the other side of tomorrow. Tomorrow could just be a few years later. But if you don't fight for it, you'll never know. So, anyways, enjoy this panel bit. And buckle up, baby. We're about to show the world what we're all about. Passion and perseverance is about. What the true heart of Star Wars is. Let's go.
I would like to see something Darth Bane or something when there was the Jedi and Sith Wars.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
It would be. And I used to be like, oh, I wish they would do this, I wish they would do that, but now I'm just like, okay, how are they, if they do, how will it turn out kind of thing, So that's kind of what I'm skeptical of now. But, speaking of Vader, I truly believe that will be a big shift in Hollywood. Confident enough to say that just what we're doing is something that is truly next level. I mean, I haven't seen, it looks better than the Old Republic cinematics. The level of emotion, the things that we're putting in there, the technology, it's really going to be groundbreaking. I truly believe it, and I think you'll all get a real kick out of it. When you watch it, you're gonna be like,
When's it dropping?
In the fall. In the fall. So, actually, it's March, it's April, you'll have the first trailer, finally. I'm very excited. I truly believe that once that is out, a lot of fans will be like, oh, this is possible to make.
Yeah.
And if a fan could make this, then imagine, our budget for that episode 2 and 3 is $1 million, which is now going over constantly.
Yeah.
As movies do. Unfortunately, theorysavers.com. Okay, all right? But I believe in it, and I think it's going to be really worth it for all of you guys who have stuck with me for so many years, and whether you've just silently watched or you've grabbed merch or whatever it might be, I really am gunning, and we're all pushing to really make this the best thing that could possibly come out. So that's all I'm going to say about it for now. And once 2 is out, you'll see, and then once 3 is out, you'll all be crying. I won't be the only one that'll be memed at that point. Trust me.
I love this idea of the fans, taking it because the studio's not functioning, at least in the way that we would like. And I think Star Wars has always had that element. George used to do film festivals.
Yeah.
Where he would, and he would really support the fans doing that and engaging with that. Yeah, I mean, I just wonder, in a dream scenario, because obviously I don't think Kathy's going to hire you. Maybe the next one would, you know what I mean? I mean, if...
I don't want to be hired. Because when you're hired, you have to sign contracts. You got to do it a certain way. And constraints. And I was offered over 7 figures for sponsorships for Vader. Companies wanting to put their advertisements, big companies. Oh well, I've had conversations with them. Oh, well, maybe you could put our logo, somewhere in the wall or something, off-brand or kind of subliminal. We'll pay you X amount of dollars. And I had several different companies hit me up with that years ago. And I thought about it because I wanted to make the movie and I didn't have the money. And it was definitely something that was catching my eye until I got to the point where I was talking with my dad, and they're like, they're going to own you. It's going to come to a point where, like these corporations, whenever you do sign a contract and they give you the money, then they control where the narrative goes. Well, what if we have Vader doing this? What if we have the Jedi doing this in that scene? And then it's like, oh, well, I kind of have to do this now because they're paying for it. And so it took longer, but at least this way it's all on my own. And it's going to stay true to, I feel like what George made, at least to the best of my ability. And that's why I never want to work for them.
Like for me, I think, Star Wars itself, it exists in pop culture is important. It's almost like a lot of people like indie comics or, smaller books, but without the big two, that industry wouldn't survive, right? So like the big two are almost a necessary evil.
Yeah.
And all I'm getting at is, when I think about fandom, and there was a guy who made a very famous Warhammer fan film, and he was hired on, and he's been helping them a lot. I don't know the full extent to which he's involved creatively or whatever, and I know that he's now doing like Vader 2, but like with their resources,
and
like all on his, and it looks, I'm telling you, it looks fire, like it looks fire. But all I'm saying is that I totally understand what you're saying, but maybe that sacrifices something for the fandom itself. You might have to go deal with all that crap and these corporations and stuff to actually help that brand.
Well, maybe.
You know what I mean?
I'm open to it if it's on my own terms or whatever. But let's just make episode 2 first.
Yeah. Oh no, 100%. I love this idea of the fans, and I do think that it's important, even if it's just through the fandom, because especially right now when things are so bad, you're a tide that could lift a lot of things.